Hello, my name is Brian Capaldo, and I am the main vision holder and programmer of the Journey to Remember prototype. I was the one mostly handling things like mechanics, systems, balancing, and the proof of concept when it came to its fun and replayability. This was a 5-month-long project, the first month being a proof of concept of the idea, and the next 4 months working with team members in order to turn it into a much more greater reality. The game was quite hard to develop. A lot of the times I was face first deep in code trying to figure out the bugs and the problems that the game have, including scrapping and redoing lots of content in the game in order to appease the playtesters and make it into a more fun experience. One of the main examples of this was the spirit break mechanic, which originally was added to add more depth to the proof of concept and into the new prototype that we are making for the next 4 months. Originally, it was just a damage multiplier based on how many times you successfully parried without getting hit. But over time, we found a lot of players getting confused and unsure of how that mechanic even is supposed to function, so it was completely reworked to be much more in-depth and much more engaging. Another thing that I also worked on within the project were things like passives and abilities and the movement of the character besides vaulting and the tutorialization, which helped me learn that widget is quite a pain to deal with in Unreal. Overall, it was quite the fun project to work on because I finally got to work on a project that was my sort of genre. I was able to actually delve deep into what it takes to create an RPG experience with the turn-based systems and the enemies behind it. And although I'm not too proud of how this game came out as of now, I know in the future I'll be able to create much more grander experiences thanks to all the experience I got from making this project and all the knowledge I learned and all the things that I learned as well. And yeah, that's basically it. I'll pass it over now to our next developer in line who mainly focused on the level design of the project. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Wild Salter, and I was the hybrid programmer and level designer for Journey to Remember, and this is my team's capstone postmortem. So over the past few months, our game has gone through major evolutions from concept to completion, and we've learned a ton along the way. I'm going to start with the design. Our original vision was ambitious, but as development progressed, we had to scale down due to time and technical constraints. We also had to redesign our core systems twice, especially the UI and progression flow, to better match player expectations. One major blockade was balancing visual clarity and gameplay complexity, which we overcame by simplifying our layouts and iterating based on playtests. Mechanics were a roller coaster though. We started with 3 core mechanics, but bugs and player feedback led us to scrap one entirely, almost. The remaining 2 were refined through trial and error, and they ended up shaping our level design more than we expected. For example, one mechanic inspired a puzzle-based level that became a team favorite. Level design was a journey. Early maps were too linear, so we introduced branching paths and verticality. We used player metrics and heuristics like flow and challenge spacing to guide our revisions. Our reference points included Expedition 33 and Octopath Traveler, which helped us strike a balance between atmosphere and gameplay. Beyond the game itself, we faced challenges with communication and kind of time management, and the feature creep was pretty big, so we had to cut. I think it was 2 major features to stay on track. But through our stand-ups and our task management, our team dynamics definitely improved. And I'll be passing it on to the next designer.
Hi, I'm Bailey Hager. I was one of the main level designers for Journey to Remember. My level went through several redesigns. Started off as a mountain level, ended up having to change it to a valley because I couldn't find free assets when we were switching assets over for 5.6. Overall, communication was kind of rough. I had a lot of stuff going on in my life, especially me switching from campus to online. Overall, I did learn how to keep it in scope. I think we did a great job, and I had a lot of fun working with my team. Thank you guys for coming out and checking out our game. We had a lot of fun building it. You guys have a great day.